Hi, this is Bisou, formerly Philippa, but still Philippa in some parts of the world. But I feel like I'm a pretty in tune person about my strength and power in the world. And I've been from a family of 10 and traveled the world and had many jobs and have a beautiful son, and all the things I've done, and I always just look for beauty and power, but I've always been in wonderment and sometimes suffered what was it called gender dysphoria. I identify as a transgender person, and it's not always an easy thing to be out in the world and find safety. And I was invited by Julie and Susan to take this course, the birth dance. And I knew from the start, for many years, that I always curious about how there was gaps I didn't understand about when I was born or as a child with a huge family. And but it was the most remarkable and gentle and also scientific process where I was able to uncover some unconscious memory. Although I know that most of it was there, I really got to see, I really got to see the sense of my true gender at an age. I had the idea. I've actually been involved in transgender advocacy because I really authentically feel that. And it was really through the community of people I've met that identified as such. And, maybe there was some reason that people felt the way they are, that there was born a different gender than they were identified as. I was born into the world and they called me a boy. And, I went along with it for some time, but it's just not so. And, it's not entirely who I am, but it's important about the safety I'm in my world. And so doing the birth dance process, which was just this loving and really extraordinary process of slowly building resources and skills to identify and reach the goals that you have. I came in with certain goals. I wanted to be more productive, and I wanted to understand some of the patterns that would seem to self-defeating and some of my sadness. And, I thought it was going to be, some kind of thing that I was going to be hung out to dry for a while, And really it was a beautiful process. So I really learned to tap into the slowness and be coached to feel what's in my body at a certain point. And then kind of ask questions, like be in a wonderment, what it is to have an ecstatic, wonderful life. A wonderment. I've always wondered, like, what's next? How can I have a full, ecstatic life, How can I be financially free? How can I be more loving? What are the things that stop me? What are the things that I've had regrets for, or felt like this small person when I was a child? It always came back. So thank you so much, Julian and Susan, and everyone else has created this process of seeing another part of me that I knew was there, yet I needed some coaching and I needed a lot of safety to identify things that I feared. And it's a lovely process, and I'm very clear about my transgender identity. I don't think there's any problem with it. And I now have internal safety. I have more safety about myself because I really know who I have a foundation of that. And that makes all the difference in the world when I go out in the world. People can see my aliveness and how clear and confident I am. And it really comes from building a loving community and having people support you. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure, Bisou, having you, and you look absolutely radiant
Thank
right
you.
now. Yeah. Well done. Okay, bye.
Bye.